Listen here, girl. I know you think it's a game, but it is absolutely not. Okay, this is the energy supplement from Just Move Supplements. That's right. It's damn near all gone, girl, and that's because I had to get that energy up so I can complete the workout, so I can give y'all this body, this transformation, get into it. Okay, and I'm done working out now, so that's why we're moving on to the protein shake. Oh yes, it's already in there, girl. It's already made right here. This is the mixture of the banana pudding, the chocolate cake, and the buttercream cupcake. And you really want to be fancy, you can go ahead and add that blueberry muffin if that's what you want to do, girl. But for me, it's these three right here. Okay, you put that with some almond milk, you mix it all up in honey. Okay, your muscles have gained life, new energy, agility. Get into it, okay? Just Move Supplements. Thank you very much. Hold up, Chief. Okay, don't forget about that TLC NutriBurst to get that multivitamin probably, because we all need a little extra. And child, if you want that sea moss that go down smooth, don't come up rough, okay? Get into the TLC Nautica sea moss. Yes, get that from me. And child, if your stomach hurt and you need to move some things around so you can be free, okay, go ahead and get that ISO tea down below in the description box. Get it all from me. Come on in, come on in, come on in, not come on in, not come. Sorry, y'all know I'm weird, whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. So let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video, right?
I'm so very sorry for my tardiness. It's so good to see y'all. Happy Saturday. I hope everybody is having a good weekend. I hope you had a good week, girl. If you cleaning your house, if you out and about, if you running your errands, I got a few things to talk to y'all about before I go lay my ass back down. Okay? Girl, when I tell y'all I am trying to get my life, okay, I am on all of the vitamins, girl. Okay, I'm trying to eat more. I don't have an appetite, and I be having to eat, and I don't eat. Okay, does the tea really work to expel your bowels? Yes. That's why I say if you need something, you need to release. Now, when it comes to helping people lose weight, y'all know that's no thing. There's no one thing that's gonna make you lose weight. You know what I'm saying? You gotta work out. Like, even I had to add more cardio to my workout to get to the size I'm trying to get to, which is probably why my fucking ass almost passed out. All right, I was doing too much, girl. I was on the treadmill for 40 minutes, got off and was doing a fucking workout that was 40 minutes, heavy lifting, ate one time that day. Girl, I be doing too much. Okay? Doing way too much. But that's me. You know what I'm saying? That's me. That's the you know, nigga be trying to get a lot done. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all, we got a cute little show today. All right, just a cute little show. I shouldn't be up here too long. My dog shouldn't come up here running like I got to use the bathroom. And if you don't come, I'm going to poo on the carpet downstairs just to show you that I'm mad that you putting my needs last. That's how my dog be. Olivia is a whole out here sometimes. Okay. Like, oh, you gonna act like you a heavy. Oh, all right then. No respect. No respect in the precinct. No respect in the precinct. Okay. Are we ready? I know I kept y'all waiting. Tell y'all the truth, I was in the shower. It took me a little longer. I had to shave my legs. I'm just being real. I went to the doctor the other day and she felt my legs and I saw the hair on my legs. I was like, what's going on? That's because nobody bothers me about shit like that. Nobody cares. You just let the hair grow on your legs and you go to the doctor and you're like, oh no, bitch, I'm going to the fried chicken fest Sunday. All this shit gotta be smooth. At least the shit y'all can see. It needs to be smooth because I need a wax. I need to go get a fucking wax. I ain't been yet. Because I feel like sitting through that pain. Y'all be out here using razors on y'all coochies and stuff. And I'm like, I can't go back. You ain't gonna have me in the shower every other fucking day with a razor, praying to God I don't slip and fall in the stove and create a whole catastrophe. Okay? Blood that's not menstrual. So yeah, y'all, in my life, Yes, I'm going to Fried Chicken Fest Sunday. It's my little, one of the birthday presents for my man. Um, because I know his birthday was this week. So Fried Chicken Fest, VIP situation. We're gonna be out there. Okay. We have been eating. I literally feel like I'm saving up all of my bad eating for tomorrow, for Sunday. To be able to be out there in VIP getting fucked up and eating fried chicken. All for me to have to do a cleanse right after. Cause you're not gonna do well, Use the epilator. It's like 1,000 tweezers. Oh, that sounds painful. That sounds painful. Girl, I can't put myself through pain. I don't know if it's just me. I can't put myself through pain. I can't do it. Y'all, I was scrolling through TikTok. TikTok is so funny. Cause like let you follow one lesbian on TikTok and everybody you follow from then on is a lesbian. Like I was just like, why is my Instagram not like that? That algorithm is a motherfucker. I was like, bitch, if I see one more pretty ass stem slide across my TikTok, just because I followed one person, I get crazy. And then it's so funny. I end up following this real pretty lesbian girl because she deconstructs Christianity. And I like to watch videos on TikTok of people deconstructing Christianity, reading different stories, adding stories from other religions that they know about to the main story. Like, I like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like theology. Okay. I'm giving y'all a chance to come into the room. Y'all know niggas be late. I was late. Okay. So I, follow one and then another one happened. And I was just like, oh, all right, your content was cute. You was funny. Let me follow you. Next thing you know, me and Lyric scrolling through fucking TikTok last night. Man, she's pretty, right? Me and this nigga last night. Too funny. Yeah, I really love my dude. It was hilarious. And then some of y'all be doing too much. Like I ain't gonna lie. Like stud land is so dangerous because now I'm at an age where it's like if you trying too hard, that's why I'm scooting back into more feminine, like being attracted to more feminine, like I'm scooting back into it. Cause women that's trying to be niggas trying too hard sometimes. I don't like people that try too hard. Y'all be on there licking y'all lips and biting y'all lips too fucking much. I'm like, bitch, what in the LL Cool J is going on? Okay. Like I know y'all. I'm sorry. We're gonna get into the topic. I'm about to read them off to you. Okay. We're gonna get into the topics. Okay. But sometimes I gotta talk to y'all about what I be seeing. You know what I'm saying? And it was just crazy. Cause like every other post was like some lesbian chick, some little stud chick. I be like, damn. Being a lesbian is overrated. Did it, done it. I wish I could think about it that way. But the whole click of it, the whole like it's a very click thing. And I'm not a click person. I've never been a click person. You know what I'm saying? I'm an individual that, a lot of other individuals fuck with. I appreciate that energy. I like to float in between different types of people. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, child, I can't deal with y'all that be on there biting y'all lip and standing to the camera and shit. Nah, bitch, they really, and they know they cute. I can't stand it. Oh, I know I'm cute as bitch. Like, yeah, know you cute, but they like, oh my God, like, you know what I'm saying? Like they standing to the camera the whole time, you dig, you know what I'm saying? Biting lips and shit. You know what I mean? Like just standing there, like it's so many. And then this is another thing that I've noticed. Lesbian teachers. I don't know about y'all, but it feels like all of the women, all of the stud chicks have decided to become coaches and teachers because they felt like y'all was disrespecting them when they was kids. So now they need to go back to the school so that they can help the weird motherfuckers like them. Okay, because when I tell y'all, if I see one more fucking video of a stud showing me her outfit of the day in her classroom, bitch, like, and shout out to my homegirl, shout out to my actual friend who does this, like, literally sends me like the shit she gonna post on Instagram that day to show me how fly she was in her classroom. And I was like, all right, bitch, be careful, because I remember we had crushes on our teachers back when I was in school, bitch, be careful. And nah, you gotta worry about them fucking the mamas. Like y'all, oh, I was straight my whole high school experience. Now I'm fucking one of the lady administrators down to my son's school, bitch. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. It's hilarious to me. It is hilarious to me. And then they do poses and shit. Like it's stuff that I would never post because I'm like, that look lame. Like, let me cut this up. But I'm hard on myself. They have so much confidence. The stud chicks that are teachers that are posting their outfit of the day. When I tell you, them bitches like no poses and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then like you watch them as they like get into their pose, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, always like a hand here. Sometimes there might be like a, hand on the chest. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is your hand on your titties? Like, what pose is that? And then don't forget, you gotta put your chin up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And like bite your lip. And listen, a lot of times them hoes be fresh. Bro, then I ventured over into white lesbian land. Oh my God. White lesbian land. Oh my God, y'all. I was like, I have got to find me a white No, for real. Because the white girls be like pretty white girls with like tuxedos on and shit. I'd be like, wait a minute. Wait, the eye squint. Yes, you know what I'm talking about. Like straight up, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But the white mask presenting women that literally are just pretty white girls with long hair that have adopted a African American mask persona, girl. Oh, listen, let them do one little dance in a baggy outfit to a Jodeci song, and all of the black girls is in their motherfucking comments and mentions. It is hilarious. Okay. The dance studs, you know what I'm saying? The ones that get on camera and just kind of like bite their lip, lick their lips and stand to the camera and shit. Them bitches, that's what's popping on TikTok. When you go to Instagram, it's the workout girls. I have noticed that the lesbian workout girls, what? The Mrs. Steal Your Girl arms across the board? Like, oh my God. Like you go into their stories and it's like, ask me a question. Are you single? Who are you dating? Do you have a girlfriend? I'm like, bitch, pay attention. Who you think taking all the pictures? Yes, these hoes have girlfriends. These hoes have girlfriends. Okay. Okay. But then let me tell y'all, okay, before we get into y'all ain't late. We about to get into the story, but I had to tell y'all what was going on, bitch. So look, so like I follow this cute little lesbian couple that's artists and do like, all kind of different videos and stuff like that, skits. And I follow them. I've been following them for years. And like yesterday, one of them followed me back. And when I tell you, bitch, I almost fanned out. I almost was like, ah. No, because they seem like they got the flyest clique of like gay friends. You know what I'm saying? You don't see a lot of that like down here. Down here, it's like you got girls that dibble dabble, and then you might have one or two gay chicks, but everybody else is straight. Like everybody, how did you know? How did you know? Girl, I was so excited. I wanted to be like, please tell your wife to follow me too, because I love y'all. No, but I'm gonna tell you, it was, and this is how I work it back to a greater meaning. So y'all know I told y'all I'm working on my art, right? Like for some reason, it's really been in my mind to be an artist. There's shit that I have in my head that I've had in my head since a child that I feel like I'm trying to find a way to get out of my head and put it out into the world. Like it invokes a feeling inside of me, so I want to get it out. You know what I'm saying? And it's something I do through photography sometimes, but I really want to get into it in the art medium as far as like drawing and sketching and doing illustrations and digital art and then painting. So especially the painting, because like it's something so therapeutic about it. So when she followed me, I was just kind of like, this is a sign to like keep with the art. Keep with the art. And I showed y'all like this trash ass pencil, sketching that I did. But like it's funny how once I really sat there and started fucking with it, I wasn't that bad at it, which made me feel like, okay, I think I'm gonna keep doing it. Okay, I think I'm gonna keep doing the art thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep working on it because I really, it's something that I really feel like I keep going back to, and I just haven't done. So, that's what this life is about. This life is about doing as much shit as you want to do as you possibly can do. And I love to add something to the repertoire. Okay, I love to add something to the repertoire. And y'all know I have a multitude of talents. Okay, Geminis a lot of times, will have a multitude of talents. You know what I'm saying? So that's what, that's where I'm at with it. It's a lot of art girls, and it's a lot of lesbian artists and shit. Like, like once you get into like these like subset groups, you just start noticing, oh, that girl's gay. Like when I started following the girl who does the all of the plants and shit, and she was gay, and I was just like, okay, like that's crazy. I fuck with her. You just start finding shit out. Yes, yes, yes. Please don't get me started on stud chefs. Please don't get me fucking started. Why did you even have to bring that up? I am trying to heal. Okay, I am trying to heal. Okay. Sorry, I can't deal with bitches, y'all. Like, I always end up getting my little heart broke. Simone, thank you for the super chat. Hey, Brian, let me find out you want some of that pink. Whoa, back up. Whoa, I'm totally bisexual. I thought everybody knew this. I want to see you with a chocolate ting by Toy. What's a stem? A stem is a woman that is a stud and a femme. Like there's somebody that can go back and forth. They have both masculine and feminine energies. They fly back and forth. There's a girl I started following for her locks and how she do her locks. And she kind of drifts, back and forth. Some days she wears girly clothes and somewhere she, sometimes she wears baggy clothes. And I'm kind of sort of in that vein, like as far as my vibe is concerned, but I'm more feminine. My energy though, mentally and stuff, I find myself to be a nigga a lot of the time, especially as far as like all of that extra emotion and shit women show a lot of the time. Like, cut that shit out. Hey, all that emotional shit, please cut that shit out, okay? Because when I go there, I'm gonna go there, and then you're gonna be acting crazy. Like, why you doing this to me? You know what I mean? It's too much. Child of Bright. Oh, you mean the Lisa Frank lesbian child? Yes. Girl, we grew up loving the Brat. What you mean? Alicia Keys, Aaliyah, all of the girls that wore baggy clothes back in the day, it was teetering. And so, I grew up in the 90s. I don't know what anybody wants from me. This is member only content right here. Listen, they don't know. They don't know. It's 700 of y'all in here, and y'all don't know this is usually how my members only lives start. Okay. But it's Saturday, and my homegirl hit me up yesterday, one of my friends, and she was like, you need to start doing more content where people could see more of you. You know what I mean? And I was just like, girl, am I not? Am I not? She's like, you gotta use your voice. And I'm like, if I hear that one more time, like, what am I doing? Y'all, this is what I do every day. I get here and talk. Mike, hello, voice. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Are you there? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I'm doing. But I recognize, I guess, that there are versions of me that everybody doesn't get to see because of, I'm always with me. I'm always with me. Okay. So I'm always me. But I guess pertaining to what I do, sometimes you don't get, what I'm saying, all of these versions of me. You know what I'm saying? And because I'm tired and this is not a normal week for me, I just was like, let's free flow, let's fly, let's see what I'm saying, let's see what happened. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. I appreciate that. This is more relatable myself. And that's why, like, listen, it's some shit. It's some shit that I'm working on that I want us to get into. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it might be the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, for real. But we'll see. We'll see how it all shakes. Okay. Oh, okay. Thank you, Simone. Girl, you did not have to send me another super chat, but I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, because girl. I need money. Fuck you think this is? Pink toe as in white person, because oh yeah. Like I had a crush on a white girl in college. Big tall, you know what I'm saying? Volleyball playing white girl. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and she knew I had a crush on her too. But I also feel like it was like Baton Rouge and LSU, so it's kind of like, child, nobody needs interracial lesbian relationship. That's too much. So much back then. Okay, this is like 09, 08, 09. But no, like, but I had like a Vietnamese girlfriend back in the day. Like I have ventured. And child, some of the light skinned ones are damn near. Okay. It's definitely giving pink on the outside, pink on the inside. Okay. uh I don't know. know. I don't know. How you do a smoke session without smoking? Ryan, give me the email address one more time. Coming out tomorrow, and I want to interview you for my master's thesis. It's in the description box. It's in the description box. All right. So let's go ahead and get into the thing, right? That's what we're here for. So, in Caucasian people news, Kim Kardashian is being called to the carpet for posting that we should free the Menendez brothers. You know, these are the two brothers from the early 90s who went to prison for killing their parents. And lately, there have been a lot of documentaries. Ryan Murphy did a series on Netflix called Monsters that was released this past month, I believe. And I watched it. Monsters was good. Something is wrong with Ryan Murphy. He is very talented, okay? But something is not right in here. But it's okay. I get it, okay? Because some of the things that I'm into, you know what I'm saying? My husband looks at me sometimes like, what's wrong with you? And then after a while, he get into it. Like the dream eaters. Oh my God. If y'all follow me on Instagram, y'all know I'm always like posting a dream. Excuse me. See, this is why you shouldn't smoke. Kids, you shouldn't smoke. Don't smoke. Don't pick up this bad habit, okay? Don't be like me. I'm a bad example. Okay? Don't follow me, okay? Don't follow me. Do what I say, not what I do. All right. So yeah, the dream eaters. The dream eaters be saying the weirdest shit in their little songs, and for some reason it's my shit. Like if y'all hear me singing I hope you're riding in hell, I hope you're riding, like I get it. You know what I'm saying? So I understand people's fascination with the macabre. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand people's fascination with things that are of a dark nature. You know what I'm saying? But I am kind of wondering, y'all, if we are either responding to the truth of a situation, like the Menendez brothers were two sons who were being molested in their household by their parents. And when they grow up and shoot their parents in the face with some shotguns, it's because they were traumatized for years. Or the narrative that these are two rich, stupid brats that wanted their parents' money. And so they murdered them in cold blood in a very, again, macabre way. Okay. I don't know. I feel like essentially when I was looking at these two people look like, especially with the way their face is formed, something about it makes me feel like something was absolutely done to them in their formation years. Something like it's something about it. And that's also why I feel like they should not be let out of prison either. Because essentially, most crazy Caucasian men's story has something to do with being abused in one way or another by a parent. It's not just us. Oh, yes. If you look into the history of most serial killers, or, you know what I'm saying, people who we've done stories and documentaries about that have killed large numbers of people in messed up ways, a lot of the times they have some extreme childhood abuse that took place. Being locked in closets, being molested, being beat. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember the book I read back in the day, The Child Called It. He didn't turn into a psycho killer, but goddamn, based on how his mama treated him, he could have. That lady locked that little boy in the bathroom and made him clean the bathroom with bleach and closed the door until he passed out. Stabbed him one time. Like it was, and then the daddy and the other brothers in the house just watched the shit happen and did nothing. It was insane. When I tell you, we read that book in high school. So the things that people do to their kids will absolutely show up in them being like this, doing some crazy macabre shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all read that book too? So I don't know whether we are having a faulty empathetic response to them or not, because they're like, oh no, they're just spoiled brats that killed their parents. And I'm like, is it really ever that simple? Is it really ever that simple? I feel like it's never really that simple. And I think that you don't want to hold people accountable for what they do if they match a certain image. And that goes across the board. That goes across the board. That's the reason why, everybody gets so mad when people talk about Chris Brown or people talk about Diddy. Like, no matter how much evidence that somebody is violent or somebody is abusive, y'all will find a way to make everybody else out to be the problem. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's happening with them, but also it's happening with, if something did happen with their parents, because people's response to empathizing with the parents, like, oh, these two spoiled brats, but it's like, how did they get that way? And I'm not saying it's always the parents' fault, but it's a very interesting conversation that's going on around the Menendez brothers. And I really don't think they should get out. So when Kim Kardashian got up there and was like, oh, free them, I'm like, girl, no, why? So that they can get out and become fucking cult members and then victimize people? Like, I feel like something probably did happen to them, but I also feel like that doesn't mean that they should be allowed out in society with the rest of us so we could see if they really safe or not. Like, nah. I think at 17, 18, 20 something, they were 20 something. At 20 something, you need to understand that being stupid enough to walk into the front door of your mansion and kill your two parents with shotguns you purchased, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is crazy. So when she did this, I'm like, aren't there people? And I know it pissed people off because the black man, who I had not heard about until he passed, y'all forgive me for not remembering his name, Maurice, something with an M, but the man that just recently was put to death behind a murder that he didn't commit after they found out DNA evidence that he didn't do it, and they still allowed that man to have the death penalty. That's why I don't agree with the death penalty. I feel like imprisoning people for life is good enough. Locking them in a small box is good enough. Marcellus Williams, thank you. Thank you very much. So I don't agree with the death penalty. I also feel like something probably did happen to the Menendez brothers for them to turn into this. And I also feel like it is still crazy behind these eyes. In these two pictures, I still feel like if you let them out, they're going to do shit to other people. I'm sorry. Yeah, and being stupid enough to tell the therapist. They told a lot of people. They were just being extremely ignorant about it. Like, it definitely was giving. It's definitely given, I thought, because we were rich white kids, because they're Cuban, but y'all appear white. These look like two white men. These don't look like two, Hispanic Latina men. Y'all look like two white men. Okay? They were bragging. Yes. It's a lot that makes me feel like they should stay exactly where they are. Kim Kardashian and all of you other I feel like misguided empathetic people. I think a lot of it is misguided. But Kim, she was told not to get involved. Okay. Kim Kardashian's efforts to reform the criminal justice and prison system continue with the plea for the infamous Menendez brothers. The reality TV queen recently penned an emotional essay asking for Lyle and Eric Menendez freedom. The brothers were convicted of murdering their parents in 1989 and were incarcerated without parole. Okay, hold up. Wait a minute. I want to see the letter. I want to see the letter, you guys. Let's see. Kim Kardashian essay Menendez in the search already. Thank you. Where is it? 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 Girl, I'm gonna have to find things that I didn't pull up prior because I didn't know I would want. I didn't know I don't know I want to. I didn't know I want to. Okay. I have spent time with Lyle and Eric. They are not monsters. I think this is her. Now Kim Kardashian, who's currently studying law, has penned an essay. Yes, okay. She said, I have spent a lot of time with Lyle and Eric. They are not monsters, she wrote for the NBC News after visiting them in September. They are kind, intelligent, and honest men. In prison, they both have exemplary disciplinary records. They have earned multiple college degrees, worked as caregivers for elderly incarcerated individuals in hospice, and been mentors in college programs committed to giving back to others. Kim said, when I visited the prison 3 weeks ago, one of the wardens told me he would feel comfortable having them as neighbors. She added that 24 family members, including their parents, siblings, have released statements fully supporting Lyle and Eric and have respectfully requested that the justice system free them. Kim went on to say how it was a different time when the brothers were tried. She noted how they were ridiculed in skits on SNL, turned into monsters, and sensationalized eye candy by the media, and portrayed as two arrogant, rich kids from Beverly Hills who killed their parents out of greed. There was no room for empathy, let alone sympathy, she said. Eric and Lyle had no chance of a fair trial against this backdrop, Kim continued, noting there were also limited resources for male sexual abuse victims and minimal public awareness of the trauma of male sexual abuse. Kim said the complex nature of the case is why she doesn't believe they should have to serve life sentences. Had this crime been committed in trial today, I believe the outcome would have been dramatically different, she added. Kim also made it clear that she doesn't condone their actions. The killings are not excusable. I want to make that clear, she stressed. Nor is there behavior before, during, or after the crime. But we should not deny who they are today in their 50s. We owe it to those little boys who lost their childhood, who never had a chance to be heard, helped, or saved, she concluded. Do we? Do we? Do we, Kim? Do we owe it to them? Is that right? I don't know. 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 Cause see, what nationality is the warden? Because when the warden says that, it's like that may be the case. But also it could be the case that y'all find ways to empathize with people who look like you and believe that they're not the monsters that they are simply because you can see yourself in them. And we all do this. We all do this. We all do this. This is why I try to really be, objective when I look at situations. But I also still have to look at situations for how they usually are taking place. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like essentially, even though these two men, I feel like maybe they should be like released on something else. You know what I'm saying? Like a halfway house type of situation. You know what I'm saying? Like something where they still have to be heavily not guarded but watched and surveilled. Because I do feel like men like this, they can pretend to be good for a very long time. And then they get out and they get in the world, they are re-triggered, and what happens? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like essentially, I don't know. I don't know how to feel. But I do feel like no celebrity like Kim Kardashian should really be speaking out in such a way, because I think it may lend to the mindset that a lot of delusional women have with infantilizing men in prison. Like there's a entire fucking genre of the way women will find, men in prison to latch on to, fall in love with, and then therefore become these delusional aides in whatever those men want to do. Let's not even talk about how a lot of the women that are in jail because of things they've done for men with men, which is why like the idea is to break the mentality of you always resting your value on how men see you, because essentially that will lead you to bad places a lot of the times. You have to be able to look at a situation and be like, no. Like you sometimes, and I hate to say ego, because I don't think it's necessarily ego. It might just be self-respect. I don't know. Scott learns, power of self-love. Like, bitch, I don't know. It might be self-love, but I feel like there has to be a switch in your mind that puts your own feelings, your own existence, your own image first before anybody else's. Like there's something that has to switch on. And I feel like a lot of women fall into like these pitfalls with these men becoming so attracted to what makes them charismatic, and then listening to their sad stop stories like that y'all, that mind frame, like that whole chain of events, how that happens is really how you get women in relationships with people like Diddy, people like R. Kelly, some other niggas that have done way less stuff, but I'm not going to name them in that same instance. But you see a lot of women that go through a lot with men. It is because those men have some horrifying story that nobody else knows about but that woman, and she has found a way to trauma bond and empathize with him to the point that she will self-sacrifice and also sacrifice everybody else around her for that man's feelings. And I feel like that's this same mindset that Kim Kardashian is talking about, because she's literally saying to see them as the little boys they were. Like, we owe something to those little boys. And it's like, yeah, we owe something to those little boys, but they're not little boys anymore. They're not. And I feel like this is a case by case basis, but that mindset is very dangerous to me. And that's why I feel like somebody as influential as Kim should not have publicly said anything regarding this story, because it does lend to the mindset of a lot of women that will, self-sacrifice in relationships with men who are in prison. And it don't always have to be people as famous as the Menendez brothers. Y'all seen Love After Lockup. Y'all know these niggas be nobody from nowhere with nothing. And some woman is spending her hard-earned 9-to-5 401k money on whatever bullshit he wants. Girl, Love After Lockup, did y'all see? Did y'all see that lady work a regular job with 2 kids, then brought this nigga with a tape, you know what I'm saying, home from prison, and now he's spending all of her money, girl, $12,000 on some rims or some shit, $1,200 on some rims. It was $1,200 because I don't think she had no 12,000, girl. Okay, girl, listen, it is a good segue. It is a good segue. But we're not going to go there first, because believe it or not, there are so many stories. Girl, there are so many stories. I'm trying to see which one I want to do. Let's do this one, okay? So, y'all, I don't know this content creator, this influencer, Lucas Coley, but apparently Lucas Coley unlived himself, and people decided that they wanted to tell his ex-girlfriend or his girlfriend that she was not grieving him well enough for them on social media. And I know I'm low-key speaking into a void when I say this, but please don't ever do that. Like, I don't know what's wrong with y'all, but the entitlement of feeling like you know what a person is going through and who they are based on what they show you on social media is an extreme reach, overstretch, a crossing of boundaries, and something that really should have you getting your fucking hand smacked. Like, you're doing too much. Stop. Don't do that, because you don't know what people are going through behind closed doors. You don't know when people are crying. Don't do that. So let's get into this story, because apparently he threatened to unalive her as well.
When I was on the phone and I heard it, I screamed. I said, no, he did it. I said, Mom, call 911. When I was on the phone and I heard it, to keep him here. Everything. I did everything I could to keep him here. And I promise. But at some point, when a person is now letting you know they'll take the both of you, baby, you gotta believe him to keep him here.
Whose baby is crying in the background? He said in 2024, a motherfucker will rather try and shit on you on the internet at your lowest than try to make things better. Now watch this. I'm on my way, baby girl. Ain't no birthdays, none of that. Nah, bitch, and finna terror. I think he meant I'm finna terrorize you on my fucking soul. Watch this. I'm 20 minutes away. If you in Vegas and willing to beat a bitch ass for me, get at me. It's good. So this is what he said. I guess
to keep him
like because he was abusing her.
around. It's the I want to hurt you. I'm gonna take myself away because I want to hurt you. That's what that is. So what's up? What's wrong? That's what it gave me. Like y'all. That's what it gave me. Like y'all. I'm not trying. Like I'm just trying to be transparent so y'all can understand the type of person he was. Cause y'all don't know. Y'all don't fucking know. He was posting, yeah, your birthday over. That birthday over with. Like, why? Why my birthday over with? What I do, but choose me. What I do, but choose myself. Choose myself. And my birthday is over. It's like a ha-ha moment. Like your dog already gone and now I'm gone. And now look what you did because you didn't want to stay. That's what I'm getting, y'all. Stand, man.
That shit is terrible. That's terrible. So it seems as if she's saying that he was abusive and he threatened to unalive himself and her. Apparently, he sold her dog when she left him. I think she said she had to escape from him. Like she ran off like barefoot or some shit like that. Hold up. Let's see. Revealing she fled for her life. Amber revealed chilling details of her last days with Lucas, confirming that he tragically committed suicide. She shared how he threatened to take both of their lives if she left him. Forced to flee barefoot, she says she was on the run across state lines for 5 days trying to escape. Says Lucas even sold her dog out of spite, telling her, "Your dog is gone, now I'm gone." Y'all, that's crazy. Nika Knight said the writing was on the wall in all their lives in the last year. She vented last year and you could see it play out in the lives that it was if it's not me, it's nobody type vibe. They were both toxic and it's a sad situation, but I see where he was the one not gonna let her out easy. To be clear, like nobody is not toxic in a toxic relationship. And I saw, that people are having this conversation about like, being a willing participant in your own abuse and all of that. And I feel like that's such a dangerous conversation to have. I think that conversation is lacking in empathy for people who are actually victimized. Because essentially there is a mindset that goes along with abuse that makes you feel like it's a drug. It is literally, I feel like, a toxic, like chemical imbalance that happens once you get into a toxic or an abusive relationship to where it feels like drugs, right? And I tell y'all this all the time, but because I've experienced it and I've seen it, I know exactly what it is. And I do feel like there is a tendency to choose that addiction, yes. But essentially, I feel like when somebody has preyed on you, I feel like we are no longer having a conversation that matters when we talk about somebody being willing, a willing participant in their own abuse. Because at some point, the person doesn't want this to happen. They ask for it to stop, and the person still does it. Like I think I saw Themis and Cynthia G talking about it, and there's a lot of people that are talking about Cassie and that, like being a willing participant. And it's like, but if somebody has to escape from something, how much is it willingly? I understand that there are times when a person is going back to an abusive relationship. Again, drug-like addiction. hard to get out of. But when you have to flee on foot, barefoot, to get away from somebody, I feel like if you're not having a conversation about how we can keep people from being in these situations on both sides, but specifically on the side of the people that are doing the harming, we're not having a productive conversation. We're not having a productive conversation. We're not. If we're really sitting up here acting like what the monster did, they did it to the person and the person wanted it to be done to them, even though they were asking for it to stop, even though they were crying, even though they wanted to leave, but they were scared. Like all of that. It's as if that whole flight, fight, freeze thing completely goes out of the window when we're having a conversation like that. And I feel like, well, if we're going to have a conversation that basically says that somebody is a willing participant in their abuse, whether they were running away from it or not, then I feel like what's the point of having a conversation about the abuser? What's the point? If the person is a willing participant in their abuse, then why are we having a conversation about it in the first place? Why is it something that we are trying to bring awareness to? Why is it something that we are upset about? Why is it something that we want to stop? Because that means it doesn't matter. That means it doesn't matter to me. When y'all say that shit about Cassie, oh, she wanted that, like, at some point you are now telling us that it doesn't matter all of the abusive things this person has done. It doesn't matter how fucked up it was, because the person that they did it to wanted it to happen. That's what y'all are saying. And I feel like then that makes it as if whatever that person did doesn't matter at all. And I feel like if you think that's on the right side of things, that's a conversation you need to have with yourself. I don't think so. I don't think so. And I saw what's your girl ex Christina on TikTok. Ex Tina, y'all know who I'm talking about. Red hair, light skinned girl, real slim, bohemian vibe, real cute, always does the videos and shit on TikTok. And she was basically saying, I don't need for the victim to be mad in order for me to not like the person and feel like the person is fucked up. Like, and that's me. Like, at the end of the day, y'all, that's me. Like, that you like it, I love it thing comes in when I've resigned from feeling like it's ever gonna matter. You know what I'm saying? But I also feel like at the end of the day, I still feel how I feel. Like, for instance, the situation with Rashida and Kirk. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter that Rashida stays with him and, participates and looks dumb. Kirk is still a fucking asshole. Kirk still cheated. Kirk still a hoe. Kirk still trying to manipulate the situation and blame it on Jasmine when we can obviously tell he's lying. And the fact that y'all can't see that he's lying makes me feel like everybody's blind and people are weird. I don't know. I'm confused. Because he always looks like he's lying to me. And then you sitting up there mad at him because he's not responding the way you want him to respond because he's lying, bitch. He can't respond truthfully to something you want him to lie about. What are you talking about? And that's what you really wanted, Rashida. You wanted him to have some type of integrity about the way he was talking, but he can't have integrity about it because he's fucking lying. So yeah, I can absolutely look at the woman and say, Rashida, you are playing a part in your own abuse, your own humiliation. You're making yourself look fucking stupid. Yes. But that doesn't mean I'm going to turn to the dude and be like, yeah, dude, you're not that fucked up for what you're doing to her because she wanted. No, that's not what that means, people. That's not what that means. Yes, Keke Palmer and her baby daddy. Yes, I can say that's some lame ass shit. And you got some colorism and some weird pick-me issues going on inside of yourself, even as a fucking Virgo, that you will still like present yourself in a way like you and this nigga about to get along after all of this shit that didn't went down. Yeah, Simone Biles. Oh yeah, nigga didn't know you. He's lying. He knew who you were. He knew who you was. But if you want to play stupid, you can. I still feel like that's a bitch ass nigga. Da-ding. I'm not changing my opinion about it because you okay with your abuse. So essentially, when it comes down to it, a person cannot be more responsible for another person than the person who did the shit. You can't look at this situation and feel like Cassie, I can't feel bad for Cassie because she knew what was going on. No, he still did that. He still actively did that shit. He still in his own person decided, I'm going to stop this girl from leaving. I'm going to bust her upside the fucking head and I'm going to drag her back to this room. He still made the decision to do that. And you're telling me that that doesn't matter because at some point she could have made a different decision, but she didn't? No. No. So essentially, this girl could be as toxic as she want. She can. And he can still be a fucking monster who did things to her that are going to haunt her for the rest of her life. And that's not right. Doesn't matter. So yeah, let's press. Hey, the segue. The seg of the way, bitch. The seg of the way, bitch. Okay, so if you are a member of my channel, you know we talked about the DDG Chloe thing in my live yesterday, right? We talked about it. And I had been telling y'all that I did not like the DDG Haley thing, but I also, slowly recognize who Haley is. Okay. And Haley as an Aries and a very fiery personality, being very young, I understand the mindset when you come from a upper middle class or anything above the hood, if you will. There is a energy you are taught as a child, like those people are not as good as you. You don't need to be around those people, those hood ghetto people. So as a Black person, when you grow up having empathy and all of that and learning about culture and society and how people really get redlined and pushed into these ghettos and how all of these things are put in place that keep people in ghettos and keep them from, no education, food deserts. When you learn about all of those things, you start to have empathy for those people. And now you want to be around them because they cool. They less restrained and they less uptight and they're more free. And so you go and you have a good time with them and you feel like my parents were wrong, like that was just their generation. Times have changed. This is the mentality. And I'm telling you this because I felt the exact same fucking way in the 90s and the early 2000s. What you will eventually find out is that some people, because they are in that area, because they have had those pitfalls, because they have had a certain type of bar set for them, if their bar has been set in hell, I'm not saying that DDG is from the hood. I'm really just talking about a mentality, y'all. I'm talking about a mentality, but you got to understand what I mean when we talk about DDG being friends with Blueface and Krishan and introducing, you know what I'm saying? To me, I didn't know DDG. I didn't know who he was. Rapper, I didn't know he looked like he, come from a nice house. Nigga, I don't know. He looked clean. I don't know. But his friendship with Blueface means that in some ways you a degenerate just like that nigga. I don't care what you're talking about. I don't care what you're talking about. Okay. So it's not that, you actually have to be from the ghetto. I'm talking about a mindset and how we end up empathizing with people who we feel like have struggled more than us. And so we go and open ourselves up to their way of being. Kind of sort of being willful about it, right? So what I understood about Haley is that she's going through that portion of her life where she's going to have to find out what grimy really is. She's going to have to find out what grimy really is. And I'm saying this because I have experienced people saying and doing things that I feel like is too fucking low for my standard of being. And it's people that I loved and was in relationships with, and they would act as if they were above doing certain things in front of me. But when you actually see them and you let the shit really like that veil kind of come back, because you might be in love, you might really like the person, and so you're not seeing them clearly. When that veil come back and you see how they really be moving out in the world with other people, and you feel like that's fucked up. Or why would you say that? Or why would you do that? And they'll hit you with, you right, I need to do better. But essentially, that's letting you know where their bar is. Their bar might be lower than yours. And if their bar is lower than yours, that means they're going to be grimy as fuck towards you too. And it means there's a level of envy involved. That's another thing you got to understand. And that's why I'm saying, essentially what I'm saying is the same thing, whether he's from the hood or not. It's the mentality I'm talking about, because what ended up happening between these two people is what we were saying was happening from the very beginning, which is that on some level, he's going to become envious of her because of where she is stationed in her life in comparison to him. And it doesn't have anything to do with money. It has to do with what she is able to access, her talent, how she is able to create from herself in a way that doesn't require exploitation. Because of that, I feel like on some level, because most men feel like they're supposed to be the ones that have more of that. It doesn't even matter who they are. On some level, they feel like they're supposed to have that above the woman. And especially when you're young. So it's not even that I'm saying DDG is some bad guy. I'm not saying that. But the way we are socialized, he's going to consistently be trying to humble her or trying to slightly have her off her kilter, have her off her feet. She don't even realize it yet. She on the internet arguing with us because we telling her this. Because she's having that, no, I love him. He's good for me. Don't tell me that I'm mad. Don't do that. He's good for me. He's good for me. I love him. Because you're in your fog. You're digmatized. You're still enjoying it. You're still enjoying it. But at some point, it's gonna seep out. When he did that song about hating on her, y'all, that's when it was very clear. Niggas will tell you. And that's why I say you got to stop being stupid and delusional. Because if somebody is straight up telling you, and that's the thing, a lot of people don't tell you. They don't do things that straight up tell you exactly how the fuck they feel. And you still try to create a scenario around it so that you can stay comfortable in your delusion. He wrote a whole song letting her know that he was envious of her success in one way or another. And instead of clocking that as something she needed to be weary of, she had a baby by the nigga and fought the public on his behalf and did a lot of gaslighting and weird energy ass shit. So now the public doesn't even view her in the same way. Now, essentially, she's still her. She's still talented. She's still beautiful. She and her sister, if they ever decide to come back together and lift them heavenly voices in song, bitch, nobody's going to care about any of this other shit. She can always go back to that. At the end of the day, DDG is a rapper, right? Can you tell me you think he's as successful at that as she is at singing or acting? You know that he's not, even though he is successful. So I promise you, he's going to have moments where he's fucking with her self-esteem. And I feel like the times that he was doing that was when she wanted things to be private and he would keep putting them on blast. She wanted to hide her pregnancy because she wanted to go through it in peace, because she knew how people were going to respond to it. And he kept letting it leak out in all of these different ways. And to me, I feel like, I don't know what type of conversations they were having in private, but to me, she seemed to get mad at the public for noticing it instead of being mad at him for constantly leaking things that she wanted to be private. Yes, sabotage. And so when we get to this breakup, and I'm telling y'all, I noticed that she didn't have any pictures of him on her page a while ago. I felt like we already knew they was broke up before the Usher Cherry video came out. They were already broken up. And I feel like that might have had something to do with why he decided to go ahead and put, the message out that, dear friends and supporters, after much reflection, heartfelt conversation, Haley and I have decided to go our separate ways. Like, it didn't even need all of this. But this is what he did. And in some ways, it kind of does put it in a light like, did you leave her? And so then this comes out saying, her head was trash. As long as his son is good, he's good. So that was on the close friends. Everybody thought that was real. He came out and said, I don't even use close friends. Stop being weird. And I'm just kind of like, Who would fake it? Why would they fake it? And that sound like some shit you would say. So I don't necessarily believe him when he said, I don't even use close friends, stop being weird. Like, I don't believe you. I don't believe you, sir. Because you seem like the type to do some little grimy shit, on some sneak shit. Now he getting his feet and his nails done and telling us stuff. Let's see what he said.
Trying to get y'all content, music, all types of shit. So just lock in season time. It's time to go crazy, time to go in, time to stay focused, time to keep grinding. Like I said, let me reiterate this. This has been planned before anything that y'all see drama related or anything.
Oh, you said what? Oh, I know you love me.
Time to get y'all content.
I don't know what that was supposed to mean. I don't know what that was supposed to mean, but either way, girl, adios. We knew it. We knew they were gonna break up eventually. Y'all, that's life. It's not a good or a bad thing. I hope they can keep it cute. I hope they can keep it cute and raise their children and co-parent, you know what I'm saying, to the best of their capabilities. But nobody thought them people was gonna stay together. Wake the fuck up. What's wrong with y'all? Speaking of wake the fuck up, what's wrong with y'all? What's wrong with Drake Kelly? Let's move on. I had so many questions, y'all. I said, first of all, why does the book look so low budget? I said the cover looks severely low resolution. Why?
Fame costs. And right here is where you start paying for it in sweat. A famous quote from the hit show Fame by Debbie Allen. But I'd like to say, fame costs. And right here is where you start paying for it in blood, sweat, and tears. I did. Literally. Everybody wants to be on the even cost you your life. It almost cost me mine. You want to be on the red carpet? Be careful what you ask for, because you just might get it.
Nigga said, who asked for this? Oh, girl. If Drea not gonna do nothing, she not gonna let us stop talking about her, girl. If she ain't gonna do nothing, she is not going to let you stop talking about her. And I just kind of feel like you got a book. You want to explain some stuff about R. Kelly and his relationship with the diddler? You want us to hear you tell us what you supposedly know about the Pied Piper and the diddler? This is a Batman movie. Okay, Pied Piper and a diddler. All right. I'm writing it down. Okay. And this is where I was gonna go with it, Ray. This is exactly why I was gonna go with it, baby. Okay, that's a beautiful Abby. You not gonna tell us nothing. But you not gonna tell us nothing. When do you ever really tell us anything? You always say that you don't know, and you were in your room whenever that happened. I was not there. I was in my room. I do not know. You have yet to give us a correct timeline so we can understand when you was fucking with R. Kelly and when Aaliyah was fucking with R. Kelly. I'm still wanting answers to that question. And now you about to write us a book that seemed like it's probably a fiction book. It seemed like fiction loosely based off of her life and experiences. I bet you any money. She gonna keep playing in our face for as long as she can. But you know what, Drea, I always back up off you because essentially, bitch, you was a talented motherfucker. You're a very talented woman. Kevin, thank you for the super chat. I feel like if you place Drea's brain inside a bird, the bird wouldn't fly. It would dance. Okay, bitch. Bitch, it would shake and it would dance, and we would pay to see it, bitch. Do you hear me? We would pay to see the bird dance, okay? Because I almost paid to go to her dance class, but I was just like, I know Drea knows of me. I'm sure I've interviewed her before. I don't know if she remembers me, but I swear I don't like being around people I've talked shit about unless they tell me they want me to be around them. I don't want to be around you if I've talked too much shit about you, because I don't know what you're gonna say. I'll deal with it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if I'm gonna go to your dance class. You know what I mean? Like I don't think I ever let anybody from Black Ink Crew tattoo me. So you can hurt me, bitch. This already hurts. What? Wait for me. Well, I guess whenever it comes out, somebody that does YouTube is gonna tell us whatever's going on with it. It won't be me. I'll tell y'all what they say once they say it. Okay. Okay. So let's get into ignorant people news before we get into the ditty of it all. Okay. So I'm gonna tell y'all, like, for real, I really don't pay attention to certain people because I feel like people's fascination with them is really just because like y'all like making fun of slow people. I hate to say it like that, but that's what I'm saying. It's not shade, it's a fact. Okay. I feel like y'all like to make fun of slow people. So whenever y'all see slow people out here, trying to do anything in a public eye, y'all will go and like champion them and watch them so that you could laugh at them, so that you could rib them. Okay. And also sometimes I feel like there's no reason for certain people to be famous and they're famous anyway. So Finesse 2 Times is one of those people. And I'm just trying to see if I got the beginning of it. Because I remember passing it up a few times because I ain't really care like that. Because I pass up Finesse 2 Times stories all the time. Because I don't like talking about him because his head is shaped so weird. And I don't understand why all of these women are always online arguing about him, for him. Like, I don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense to me. Okay. So women are always fighting and fucking Finesse 2 times. And I can't rationalize it. But apparently one of the women, okay, was saying that she was pregnant for him and it found out that he is not the pappy. Okay. He said, I can love you so much to the point where I won't cut you off. I'll ask God, if this person ain't right, remove them from my life. And in mysterious ways, things happen and I never question it. Just know this. I ain't take no L. I learned a lesson. I used to treat women real bad. They say what goes around comes around. You reap what you sow. What go up gotta come down. Crazy thing is, I'm prepared. I respect the universe and I respect the game. Everybody that know me know how much I love my kids, know how much they affected me. But I wish you the best. Just gonna kill you with success. Art of war, mind, body, and soul. Okay, that's what Finesse said. The results are in. This is mama. Because y'all know, wherever there's an ignorant nigga that feels validated and emboldened to act the way he does, there's a mother there saying that she gonna support her baby no matter what. Okay. The results are in, and I'm mad as a mother. Okay. Why? Just why? You allow our family to bond with this baby knowing it was a possibility somebody else could be her daddy. Finesse 2 Times, I'm sorry to have to be the bearer of bad news, but you are not the father and I am not the grandma. Nia, you hurt us with this one. From this day forward, everybody getting DNA tested. The fact that you literally saying everybody got to get tested, girl, are you running it? Are you running the ring, girl? It feels like you running the ring. Let me tell you something. He wished that cute little baby belonged to his weird shaped head ass. That nigga wish that cute little baby was his. Listen, I can't stand y'all. So this the fake baby mama, girl. Listen.
It was my birthday and I wanted to go celebrate with my friends, but he's the type of person, he just wasn't feeling that. Like, he just didn't want me to go outside. So anyway, long story short, we broke up because of that. And I went on about my business. We was not together for a good I want to say like a good 2 weeks or something like that before we got back together. But in that time I was doing my own thing. I was single. I was doing my own thing with an ex of mine. So that's why I say in the messages that they kept posting on all social medias, that's what I meant when I said I didn't know, because I didn't know. I know what I did with that person, and I knew that in my mind, I'm like, okay, so this is my nigga baby, like this, this Rick baby. I'm not down that in my mind, because I know what happened with, the other person I was dealing with. That's what I meant when I said I didn't know. When he texted me, when he texted me the DNA test, he texted me that before his mama went live. I mean, before his mama posted that and did all that, he had already sent it to me. So that's when I texted, and I was just like, damn, like, I didn't know, because I really didn't. I didn't name my baby after you thinking that this is your, I didn't do all of that stuff thinking that this wasn't your baby. Like, she wasn't yours. I didn't do all that stuff.
So it's basically an energy of them feeling like she lied and said that the baby was his, I guess, because he is somebody that somebody will want to get pregnant by. Girl, I don't know. She says, I'm not perfect and never claimed to be. I apologize to him off the strength of me genuinely not knowing, for real. But honestly, this kind of a blessing for me. Y'all don't know what I went through with that man, for real. I used to cry and pray to God to help me leave him alone and couldn't. It's a blessing in disguise, because I tried so hard to leave the situation and never really could until now. Well, girl, we glad that
it was my birthday.
We glad the baby gave you clarity and gave you freedom, because I don't understand why you was with that nigga in the first place. I'm really trying to understand what he think, because he got a neutralizer, he got a little relaxer on his hair, and what that's supposed to mean. What that's supposed to mean. And the thing that's so crazy for me is that everybody fucking everybody. He fucking other people, she fucking other people, but this is the main situation, I guess. It don't matter what the nigga, why it matter with her? She got pregnant. Okay, it's not yours. We got the DNA test. Ain't nobody had you on the line for 18 years. It's not your baby, nigga. Y'all'll be okay. Like, you still wanted to fuck with me. So you was gonna be around my baby anyway, because you still wanted to fuck with me. Now your mama mad because y'all got to know the baby. Okay, bitch. So you gave some baby a little love. You lost something? Like, what, you lost something along the way? Like, so what? Like, the baby look like the baby's still very, very young. So what did you lose? Like, what you want the baby clothes back? You want the formula back, bitch? Girl, it really be these ignorant ass old women that really have the mentality of a motherfucking dust mite. The mentality and mind frame of a goddamn girl. I can't even say a rat on the street.
This the difference right here when it comes to a man and a woman.
Girl, not him being shaped like a fucking potato and y'all sitting up here doing all of this.
A man can go cheat and won't have no feelings. A man can go cheat with a woman, and just because fat, she could be dumb as all outdoors. Just because her fat and she got some fat lips, a nigga wanna get his dick sucked and fuck her.
Yeah, we know. Y'all are thirsty and will fuck an American Pie. We know.
And that's it.
Okay.
But he gonna really have feelings for his woman at the house. You know, like his woman at the house, like it is what it is. Like, he don't play by her.
He don't play by her unless he disrespecting her. Then it's fine, bitch. I'm disrespecting you. I'm just not gonna let nobody else disrespect you. That's the agreement.
But a bitch, she go out and do this. When a woman cheat, it was some feelings involved.
And
it's just dead on it. When a woman cheat, it was some feelings involved. It been going on. Ain't no woman just letting the motherfucker fuck on.
We not. We not. We not. We not. You must don't know a lot of women. I don't understand this. Like, I would be like, dude, I don't know what you talking about. But at the end of the day, feelings or no feelings. You fucked outside, she fucked outside. So what? But I don't have no feeling. I don't care about your feelings. What do your feelings have to do with anything? Who cares? Who cares? Your feelings don't stop you from dogging her out. So what are we talking about? What are we talking about? I need you to swallow some of that spit in your mouth. Do me that favor. The fuck? Who cares? Like, I wish somebody would. You cheated, she cheated. Like, you fuck somebody else, she fuck somebody else. You think somebody give a fuck about feelings, girl? What? I don't care about no goddamn feelings. Oh, but you had feelings. Oh, okay. I was feeling a dick. Yep. Sure was. I felt it and did. Cardi B.
What you was talking about?
Is it a fact?
You did not know what you was talking about. I'm sitting here telling you, no, it wasn't a fact. It wasn't a fact. You listen to what Suge said, but that's not a fact. That don't make it a fact because she said that. It don't make it a fact because she said that. Is what I'm telling you.
Ma'am, if I did come back to your son with somebody else's nut inside me, he came back to me with somebody else's coochie juice on his penis. So what are we talking about? And why are you screaming? And why are you worrying about it? And why are you coochie washing, bitch? Like, what's wrong with you? Do you not have a man, ma'am? See, this is why I could never be down here with y'all, because on a real tip, bitch, I wish I would be arguing with somebody old ass mama about my coochie. Please, man, mind your business. Like, I don't even like, I'm telling y'all right now, in real life, when I tell y'all nobody better not ever come to me in my motherfucking face about my nigga, like, please don't do that. Please mind your fucking business. Like, please. I don't know why people do that all the time. And it's like, I promise you, like, me and him are good. Me and him are good. Okay. You can't tell me nothing. And y'all can't tell him, like, please. Listen.
In your ass. How?
Okay, and this happened after is what I'm trying to tell you. I'm not trying to argue with you. It's nothing I need to do for real. It's nothing we talk about.
Else to be the daddy, though, Neil. So my son told me that he don't think that's sincere.
And that's another thing.
You know why? Because the baby didn't have that oblong head shape like the two of y'all. This nigga look like the it demon.
So why not just have a conversation? You talk to me about everything else. I admitted my wrong to the situation. Okay, I'm
You said that you fucked off with somebody. You said that.
I did. Yeah, I did. But
okay, so that was a possibility right there.
Okay, I get that. I get that. So why you yelling?
That's all I'm saying.
You dragged the whole time.
What are you saying?
I said that possibility, that person that you said that you dealt with, there go your possibility right there.
So you feel like she should have told you the baby possibly wasn't his. I feel like at this point, why does it matter? She got the DNA test. Like, it's over.
And the whole time the baby wasn't mine no way.
Okay, we're here at that point.
And I said, you lied that you was not talking to her no more, but you told her that you was. That's how the conversation went.
What y'all
what that again?
I told him, I said that you lied. I told him that he lied. That was my words to him.
But the baby still wasn't mine.
And I said, you told her that
you had a whole storyline. So this is why we're at where we're at. This is why I'm even on you.
And you left after I told you that you didn't even have to leave.
You know what you was talking.
So what? I'm so confused. You left and you ain't even been, bitch. I wanted to leave. Well, girl, I feel like she must be on here trying to get the residual followers, because I feel like this girl just told us she don't want to be with this nigga. Y'all trying to bring her back into the harem. I don't want to come back. I don't want to come back. I'm glad the baby not here. That lady said, I'm glad the baby not his. What the fuck? All right. So another ignorant situation. Let's go.
Now I'm over here trying to convince Jaden, all the kids need to be together. Everybody has to take a new stance for the kids. And last year, the girl gonna post her having sex with Jaden's 10-year baby daddy. And this year, we gonna post, she been out of jail over a month now. Even a day past getting out of jail. And now we gonna do the grandbaby's birthday on Jaden's birthday. Like, come on, y'all. Come on, How am I supposed to be in the background trying to make this one solid happy place when there's always
Was that the goal? Was that what you was trying to do this whole time? Girl, go to hell. You ain't never wanted nothing to be no big happy nothing. Girl, cut it the fuck out.
Somebody letting the devil tempt them to do weird, malicious, evil things.
Girl, it's evil for me to have my baby's birthday party on Stewie's birthday because I was in jail for my baby's birthday. Girl, get the fuck out of here. Don't nobody give a fuck about Stewie on her birthday. And let me tell you something. I can imagine Krishan maybe being petty because I do think Krishan is petty enough to do shit like that. But does it even matter enough for you to get up here grandstanding like you a good grandma, bitch? You didn't even have a baby when the baby, when she was in jail. Your son in jail, she in jail, and her friend got the baby. Girl.
Just like this. This is not no coincidence. And I pray mercy on everybody's soul that's still not teaching her proper.
Girl, we need mercy on our soul for a birthday party. Girl, y'all crazy as hell. Ain't it crazy? Y'all, I feel like it is upside down, and inside out. Girl, it's upside down and inside the fuck out. If you feel like this is the evil shit that's going on over there amongst your family members, girl, are you serious? Girl, this don't matter. Who cares? Girl, what is this doing? Stewie shouldn't even care about this. This is why I know there's no good spirits, because why do this on Jaden's birthday? Like, girl, having her baby party, having a little thing. Girl, what does that have to do? What is the price of tea in China got to do? Girl, and the prayer team sitting with her. Shame on y'all. Shame, shame, shame. But you never had me fooled. Oh, girl, what was we supposed to be doing on Jaden's birthday? Were we supposed to be like having Christmas on Jaden's birthday? These two women don't get along. What is wrong with you? And this is what we be talking about, you weird ass boy mom bitches. Y'all, I'm about to fall back down that TikTok rabbit hole. Let me remind myself later to go down the boy mom TikTok. Okay, maybe it'll take me away from the lesbians for a little while. But I'm just sitting up there like, girl, are you fucking serious? You really trying to make this a moment? I'm not about to read all that. You nut. She's a nut. Give a shit about that. Oh, that's evil, girl. Bye. Girl, bye. Give a shit about that. Oh my God. Hold up. Let me go back to my saves because, girl, what the fuck? I gotta give a damn about that. It's just be out here. And then this. Okay. Hold up, y'all. Blueface isn't the father. He isn't the father. Krishan's ex-boyfriend puts Krishan Jr. as his profile picture. So that's what that means. That's what that means. I'm about to say, did they do a DNA test? We already proved this because Blueface was already saying that Krishan Jr. wasn't his. He was already saying that. Girl, look at these people. Just as thirsty for attention as they want to be. Girl, look at you. Even with this nice light-skinned face, you see, like, and y'all know I don't feel that way. This is how a lot of these light-skinned niggas feel. Like, you got a little curl to your hair texture, a little light wave, a little softness to your hair texture. You're a little light skin. Oh, you must think the world of yourself. You must think the world of yourself. Yet and still, you had to be on the coattails of a, recently not so toothless bitch posting her baby, who I feel like still does not look 1 year old. I don't know what the fuck is going on over there, but I know 6 months olds that are bigger than Krishan's baby.
Winos!
Okay, Winos, get your tickets. Winos, get your tickets. Girl, I don't know what's going on. I really do think niggas is weird out here. Okay, niggas is real weird out here. Speaking of niggas being weird, bitch, what the fuck is going on? Where is it at? What?
Tommy Lee.
What the fuck is going on? Ah, bitch. Girl, where are the screams? Where are my screams? Where are my screams? Get my screams. Bitch. What is going on? What is Tommy going through? Jamie says she feel like she going through a midlife crisis. I'm like, so we get older and we bleach our skin? Girl, let me look it up. Hold up. Stop. Stop. Pause. Let's look up Tommy Lee. On Love and Hip Hop. 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 Okay, let's find an old nasty Love and Hip Hop. Back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But someday I say, and when I was again, back in the day, in junior high, 1995. Girl, I don't know, but she looked like she been bleaching. She looked like she been bleaching, y'all. Her teeth are gold. She went and got some golds. Those are golds. But nobody does golds like that anymore. Like, nobody does goals like this. Like, you do a slug here, there, here. Okay? You might do a slug on the side, so when you smile on the side, it should be like bling. But you gotta have white teeth in between your goals to have a differentiation between your teeth looking like yuck mouth and you having some goals. Yeah, I always wanted to get 2 slugs. Just 2. Just 2 on the top. I don't even, you know what I'm saying? Or open face. Or open face on my incisor. Okay, I always wanted to go, and I want a grill. I want to get a grill. I definitely want to get like a bottom plate to put on my bottom plate. Oh my god, ugh! I'm gonna get one. I'm definitely gonna get it. I'm gonna definitely get the grill first, and then I'm gonna think about it. Like maybe when I turn 40. When I turn 40, if I have what I want in my life, I'm definitely gonna go ahead and get my goals put in. At least I'm gonna get, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get 1 slug put in on my, if I at least got halfway to where I'm trying to be at 40, I'm going to get a slug. Okay. Maybe something I could pop in and out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But she look crazy. She look scary. She look crazy as hell. I don't know why she did this to herself. Like her skin look red. Like she look real scary. Like it's very much giving Halloween. It's very much giving blood. Is very much giving scary. Scary. Girl, you're scaring all the people. You're scaring all the kids. That's what it's giving. That is exactly what it's giving. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Don't you hear me, baby? It'll be all right. You don't have to fight. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah. Shout out to Genuine. Girl, did y'all see Tank, Genuine, and fucking Tyrese looking like they was getting into their TGT bag? Okay, niggas putting on jackets and walking at the same time. I was like, y'all are so dramatic, but I love a good walk that you could later turn into a slow-mo. You know what I'm saying? I love a good star of the show walking. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love it. I'm here for it. Okay. Jaguar girl. Listen, you could believe what she say sometimes. Most of the time, question everything. Is given, I'm not on my meds.
Necessary court fees and litigations because Jay-Z wants me broken, stopped, or under his control. And it ain't going to happen, Sean. I'm never going to be under your control. Never.
Not me.
You need to learn how to control your wife and her friends.
Because all they do.
And their mouths. Because you got Beyonce in the Beehive looking real fucking dumb right now. 5 million unfollowed, and that number's going to go up with every image in one of those freak-off tapes. And God help, if anybody hear how that bitch really talks about people with her, they'll start unfollowing by the tens of hundreds. Again. And they should. Because the truth is, the only reason they were following was because of the witchcraft and the spells that were being pushed out through the media. Y'all ain't fans because y'all really love them and y'all really think they're the best. You're fans because you fell for the hype. And they are hypes. I know I can sing. I've been able to do that my whole life.
I'm cold.
And they've been trying to stop me my whole career. Because, see, unlike Beyonce, I'm not willing to hurt people to get famous. See, that's the part of the story that they're not telling y'all. That the more terrible you are, the more they'll protect you. Unnecessary court fees and litigations because Jay-Z wants me broken, stopped, or under his control. And it ain't going to happen, Sean. I'm never going to be under your control.
Okay. Let me see if there was more. I'm going to go to Live Bites. And see
unnecessary.
So I'm going to just say this. Jaguar.
I've been watching Vlad creepy crawl his way through Black culture for a long.
Okay, let me say this about the other stuff first. Yeah, I think everybody knows Beyonce's a witch. I think everybody knows that. So what? So what? So what? Yeah, I did a little magic. I shook my ass, sang a song. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I put a spell on you, and now you're mine. Like, get the fuck. Like, everybody, what do most artists do? It's the same thing. Like, what other, like, give me a break. I will say this though. When I went to the Renaissance concert, I did feel sucked of my energy in a way that I don't think I've ever experienced at a concert before. So I will say the fact that she's been looking baby fresh up around the eyes these days. Yeah, I do feel like you've been siphoning the energy of your audience, you know. But I also feel like, I mean, you giving people something in return. It ain't like you siphoning their energy from them and you ain't giving them something in return. They want to see you perform, so you perform. And essentially, I feel like Beyonce has worked very hard to get where she is. Like, not from nothing else but work. I don't know if anybody's been paying attention, but you know, I've been here since the 90s, and I remember back in the day when people didn't even like Beyonce and they felt like she was always trying to be the center when the other girls might have been prettier or more talented. Whatever the fuck you want to talk about, at the end of the day, when it all came down to it, Beyonce was the only one that kept working no matter what. So essentially, I feel like she outworked everybody. And that's why she really is where she is. And I don't begrudge her any of that other shit neither. Now, I have heard things. And until they, you know, validate it, I'm just going to be like, you know, from one witchy bitch to another, you know. Listen, I'm not going to say more power to you because you have enough. But yeah, what else? What else you talk? And then also I feel like, girl, what are you? What are you, Jaguar? What are you? Getting online with your very serious tone and talking like this, saying some true things and then adding in some very strange lies in with it. Like, you're doing some of the same shit. You're doing some of the same shit. Okay? So ultimately, you do be giving, you know, I'm not on my meds. But hey, what you got to say about Vlad?
Long time. And the truth is, the reason why he can say all the things that he say and get away with it are because so many Black people have co-signed him.
Yes. And we've all said this. We've all blamed all of the Boosies and all of the other Black people that will go and sit down and talk to Vlad. We've already had this conversation. That's what I said about Andrew Schultz. That's the reason why he feel like he can talk about Black women the way he did. Crusty, musty, dusty ass. That's what I'm saying. Like, Jaguar, what do you want? What do you
Y'all
want?
remember not long ago when the feds ran up in Boosie's house? He blamed Vlad for it.
He also was on live with a gun. And he's a convicted felon. He's not supposed to have a gun. And he was already like dealing with a case. He'd already caught a case and was on Instagram Live before he went to the courthouse with a gun in his belt. That's why, Jaguar, I remember that story. The fuck?
And then all of a sudden, everything's okay again. And now him and Vlad are friends again. No, your government person, whoever it was, told y'all had to be friends on social media again so you could keep collecting evidence against hip hop.
Listen, it's not evidence against hip hop necessarily. Trust me, I do feel like there is something to be said for the historical point of this, like the history of the FBI, their infiltration of Black music. But at this point, what is there to infiltrate? Back in the day, they were trying to keep Black people from rising up. Okay. And of course, everything is always to keep everybody oppressed. That's why the messaging is so toxic, because it's not meant for you to rise or evolve. It's meant for you to stay oppressed. And a way for you to stay oppressed is for you to indulge in things that are in your lower sacral, energy. That's why all of that, when I say ignorant people news and all that toxic shit, man, I'm not dealing with all of that on a daily basis. You got me fucked up. That shit is negative. People that be out here, fucking everybody, arguing, baby daddy, that all of that shit is bottom of the barrel, basement, low energy shit that I'm not about to be living my life going through. That's just not what I'm here for. Okay. So essentially, there is always, yes, they absolutely did Billie Holiday wrong. It's a number of people. So it's not even that I am trying to discount what she's saying, because I do feel like we all know that Vlad be over there getting them motherfuckers to tell on themselves. But I also feel like it's not like they're not guilty of the shit that people are saying they're guilty of. Who are we protecting exactly? What secrets of hip hop are we supposed to be protecting? Because none of it seems like it's anything good. It doesn't seem like anything we should really be protecting. And when it came to protecting the sanctity of these things, y'all don't protect the sanctity of it. Y'all let any and every old body into it. If you can get enough money, you'll do a record with any old body, bitch. Because as much as she want to talk shit about Jay-Z and who he is, bitch, you was singing back up. And I love me a good truth teller, but tell the whole truth and tell the truth consistently. Don't just be somebody out here running your fucking mouth for attention because you like that people see you as some type of sage oracle bitch that's just been knowing the facts and the truth and nobody was listening and calling her crazy. To some extent, yeah. But on another level, you deserve to be called crazy, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Make no goddamn sense, Jaguar. Girl, I wish you would turn some of this into a check for yourself. That's what I want for you. I want you to turn it into a check for yourself. So you can make some money so you can have a damn address. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's move on. I'm done with her. I don't have nothing else to say about that. Let's move on to this ignorant ass nigga.
You cannot let a woman destroy a man's life financially because the relationship is over. I mean, I think Black men need to organize, and we, had this dialogue. Black men need to organize and force a change in legislation regarding child support. First of all, if I can't see my child, you don't get my money. If I can't see my child, you don't get my money. That should be law. Because too many women are denying us the right to see our children and yet still benefiting from child support. That should be illegal, number one.
Not cool at all, man.
Yes, and women should
not cool at all, man. Okay. So let's talk about that. Do you know what child support is for? Do you know what it's for? It's to support the child, first of all. And normally it is a reimbursement for what the mother is spending on the child because you are not in the home. Because you are not in the home, you are also not putting in the sweat equity, the energy, the time that it takes to raise this child on a daily basis. There are things that your brain doesn't even have to go through the hard job of figuring out because you don't have to worry about that child on a daily basis. To me, you really should find it very simple to just send the money and shut the fuck up. Send the money and shut the fuck up because you're not here every day. And honestly, I feel like I have seen women hold children against men, for petty reasons and sometimes because they don't like the in and out and it hurts the child's feelings. And it really does develop an abandonment thing where you are teaching your child how to constantly be comfortable with disappointment when the nigga keep coming and leaving and not showing up when they say they're gonna show up. The punishment for you not being consistent should be that you don't have the same amount of access. That's how it should be. This is not about you, it's about the child. And yes, there are mothers out there that use that little bit of control that they have over the child to get back at the men. Yes. But you know what I always see? No matter what, when women are in those positions, do you know what they're doing every day? Taking care of them fucking kids. Do you know what the daddy is not doing? Taking care of them kids every day. Every day. Every day. Every day. Not just some days. Every day. That's what he's talking about. He's talking about the type of shit where you're not involved enough so she can actually withhold the child from you. Because to be very clear, you could go to court and cite, like there's already legislation in place for when the children are being withheld from the fathers. And you can go to court. But a lot of y'all don't like to go to court. A lot of y'all will go through extremes of not working, not having jobs on paper so that you don't have to give a couple of $100. I was watching Erica De Niro, shout out to the diva, and she pulled it up and said that the median amount of child support in America, meaning that the median amount, when you add everybody in America up, this is the median of what everybody is given to one child, $400 a month. $400 a month is the usual amount that most are you know what I'm saying? Like that's the median amount, which means you are not paying. There are not a lot of people paying exorbitant amounts of money to child support. And so to me, if you can't afford $400 a month for a child, that means you shouldn't have had a child. That doesn't mean that the laws need to change. It means you should have wore a fucking condom because you can't afford kids. And I was just about to say, I spend on any day when I'm about to go and re-up, and I'm talking about re-up on soap, lotion, toothpaste, facial products, cleaning products, paper towels, wipes, toilet tissue, food. Do you know how much money I spend on eggs? That's a clean between $200 to $500 every 2 or 3 weeks, depending on what I gotta get from the store and what we ran out of. So it's really, really crazy that with everything going on, you, Mr. Pan-Africanism, Mr. I care about the Black community. Can you please explain to me how nickel and dime the Black community is caring about them? Because the women and the children are the Black community, Dr. Umar. If you're, a lot of you niggas like to think that y'all are protectors and providers, but you feel like the Black women should not be able to go and get their nails and their feet done. They shouldn't be able to take care of themselves while being the mother of your children. Is that what you are telling us? That you, as the man who's not putting in as much energy and time, you should not have to also pay for the fact that this woman is giving more of her time and energy. You shouldn't have to reimburse her for her nail money that she had to spend on the baby's uniforms because you couldn't give her the money when she needed it. So she had to use her money. So when you got your money and you gave her money, she used that to go and do what she needed to do for herself with it because she didn't already used her money up on a child. Okay? I really do feel like if you want legislation about child support, I want legislation about y'all not being able to impregnate women the way y'all do. Because essentially, y'all are wild animals out here planting your fertilizer in everybody's seed, growing children that you're going to complain about having to take care of once they become humans. It's very weird. This is a 1 + 1 = 2 situation. And can't no nigga argue with me about it because at the end of the day, I don't have any kids for a reason. I was on birth control from 21 until 30 something, 34, 35, I don't know, somewhere around there, because I wasn't ready for children, because I didn't want children. Now it was just kind of like, hey, we'll see. If not, hey, I'll keep my money for myself. I'll be back. I'll regenerate after I die and come back as another soul at some point. Bitch, I'll be back. I ain't got to worry about it. But essentially, you should be responsible with your fertilizer if you don't want to take care of children and you don't want to take care of women. I don't really get it. Personally, there are men who have money and still will be so nitpicky and cheap with the way they handle their baby moms and their kids. You want them to have the bare minimum because you don't have access to coochie anymore. You want to do the littlest that you could possibly do because that's what's easiest for you. Not what's best for the community, but because that's what's easiest for you, Dr. Umar. So I really would like to know, what fucking community are you promoting for? Because if the women can't get their nails and shit done in our community, and that is usually a small sign of self-care, meaning that a woman is taking care of herself, she can afford to take care of herself. These are simple signs that somebody is being well taken care of. If she can't do that while you're being her protector and provider, what the fuck are you here for? It seems like you can't even compete with other ethnicities of men that don't seem to want to argue about nails and what women are doing when it comes to their self-care. Take care of the women and the children is supposed to be y'all's role, right? That's what y'all say.
Would be forced to account for the child support too.
What's the point of making a lot of money, Caesar? What's the point of making a lot of money? Can y'all tell me? It's so that y'all can be stingy and so y'all can hold the money for y'all? I never understand what the point of any of this is.
Because I know a lot of fathers who pay child support and they still have to take care of their children after they pay child support, because the mother of the child is using child support on herself and not necessarily the children. So yes, child support should go on a card. It should go on a card, Art, and you have to use that credit card for all purchases for the child. So that way, if the father wants to, Art, I should be able to log into my child support folder, my child support online profile, and I should be able to see what you're buying with my money.
Is that right? Is that right? So what is the point of that? What's the point of that? You want to know what she's buying with your money. What does that mean? So does that, because to me, essentially what you're telling me is you want to nickel and dime her so that you don't have to give her as much money. She should not be using the money that you're giving her for anything for herself, even though you're not even taking into account how much money of her own that she's spending on her child, and your money is a reimbursement. So you want to nickel and dime her as if women are really out here living high off the hog on child support. Where's your school, sir? Where's the itemized list for the school? Because you're always putting up advertisements asking for money for that school or whatever you got going on. Where's the school?
What is wrong with a Black father logging into the child support database, going to my profile and seeing that she bought my daughter some shoes, she paid for swimming lessons, class pictures, they went to the movies and dinner.
It is an unnecessary amount of control that you want to have over another human being in order to be clocking their spending down to because I feel like even do you do that? Do people really do that? Do you really clock other people's spending to that degree? That feels very controlling. Shouldn't you just I don't know, trust that if your child is being taken care of and everything's being taken care of, then it's fine? See, here's the thing. Child support is based off of how much you make, how much the mother makes, and what the child needs. So it's not just based off of, oh, you make a lot of money. She makes a little bit of money. So we're just going to be I just don't understand what's the point of that. And then what? You want to be able to nickel and dime her, right? So you don't have to pay as much. That's what it boils down to. You don't want to have to do anything. It's either you want to control it or you don't want to do anything. But you can't not control it and still do for your child and the child's mother, because that's what you should do as a man in this society, providing for a family that you've created, whether you are with them or not.
I should see
I guess not.
how my money is being spent. And not all Black women are guilty of misappropriating the child support. I don't want to say that they're doing that, but I do know a sizable proportion of Black women are guilty of misappropriating the child support. That's not fair. And it needs to be a special law for celebrities, Art. There should be a ceiling on child support for celebrities.
Why?
If your income bracket is at a certain...
Why do you want to cap how much the child and the mother are able to get from the father? Why? If the father makes a lot of money, why are we putting and another thing, why are we putting a ceiling on money that has nothing to do with you? I'm trying to understand how that's helpful to the community. I feel like it's another way for you to make it so that women have to stay with men in order to achieve a certain lifestyle. You want women to feel like, if I want a certain type of lifestyle, I have to go and work and get it on my own. And if I have to work and get it on my own, I have to go through the men that are, in charge of that, whatever that business is, whatever that industry is. So women always end up having to go through men who are gatekeeping their ability to either make money or to get it by way of being married and taking care of a child. So to me, I feel like it's just basically you trying to push women into a corner so that in order for them to have an extravagant lifestyle, they either have to fuck you or be married to you or stay with you in order to get it. So all of what they get has to come through you. And that feels wrong. It feels wrong. It feels like you want to control the women and children, but you don't want to actually provide for them so that they can excel. Because if you want to provide for your community, and if we're thinking about community in real life, your community is the people who are in your family and the people in your neighborhood, right? That's your community. So if you want your community to be doing well, which is what he talks about all the time, why are you trying to limit what they are able to procure? Isn't that the same thing that the white man does? Isn't that the same thing that the white man does? Put a cap on how successful a Black person can be, put all of these traps in place to keep them from rising to a higher status in the ecosystem that we all live in. Isn't that the same thing? So again, how are you any different from a white man trying to hold the Black man back? It really all boils down to the fact that you just want to be able to oppress the women and children in your community the way you feel like white people have oppressed you and their community. You just want to be able to oppress on equal footing with them. But you also don't want to have to work for anything either. Okay. And this is why, and this is why I wouldn't fool with y'all. This is why I wouldn't fool with y'all. When I tell y'all I am so glad that I woke up in this life being bisexual, I'm also very grateful because my husband is like, not a stingy, weird ass nigga. So grateful for that. Okay, blessing me right now. Oh, right now. Okay. But essentially, I am so glad that I am not only attracted to men because I feel like, oh my God, that would be so sad to only have y'all as an option. If this is where y'all are at with it societal wise, like, what are you really are talking about making it harder for Black people to get wealth? Is that what you're talking about?
Level. And I can't predetermine what that is because I would need to think about that deeper, and I'm not a millionaire, okay? But there should be a predetermined income bracket that if you are at this income bracket or higher, you cannot be forced to pay more than this percentage of your earnings. The way in which these celebrity baby mamas, and don't get me wrong, I have no mercy for Black men who bunny hopped. If you bunny hop and got stuck with a child support situation, I have no mercy on you.
But when the black women, and this is the thing, how can you possibly say that you care about black people if you are saying, black man, if you give your wealth to a white woman, I don't care about that. You can give your wealth to a white woman. I don't have nothing to say about that. But if you end up having a baby with a black woman and you have to end up giving your wealth to this black woman, you need to be able to fight that black woman. You need to be able to say, hey, black woman, you can't have my wealth. I know you had a baby with me, and I know you did what I'm supposed to be taking care of by creating a family. Like, I know. But if I decide that I don't want you to have what I have, you shouldn't be able to have what I have. Even if you've done the thing, that means you're supposed to now be connected to me so you can have what I have. And the thing that's fucked up about that is when essentially men who have wealth and see themselves as somebody that cares about lineage, they want women who can have children for them. The whole thing is to make your DNA transcend to the next generation and the next generation and the next generation, therefore to live forever in essence. That is the idea behind this shit, right? That's why y'all always promoting family and all of that, because y'all want to keep women pregnant. It's a tool of control for the women and to keep them from assuming power over you, even though essentially you still claim that women have power over you because you are sexually weak. Like, it's all very, very like weird to me, the way he thinks and the way men like him think, because essentially you are telling me that you care about the advancement of black men, but you don't care about the advancement of black children and women. And then you can't bother yourself with how the money is then given to white people when black men decide to go and be with white women.
Because you should have never dated outside of the community. I want to be very clear about that. But for the brothers who are dating within the community, these women should not be able to get $25,000 a month if you can't afford it. $50,000 a month if you can't afford it.
Here's the thing though. What are you talking about? Who can't afford it? Who can't afford it? Because I feel like you're speaking for Tyrese, right? Celebrity men. Let's talk about that. Again, Tyrese reported making $200,000 a month plus some change. His ex-wife baby mama is asking for $10,000 a month from him. So you mean to tell me that a man making $200,000 a month can't afford to give $20,000 a month to his two babies' mothers for the kids that he has with them? That's living extremely below his level of life, his value of life. That's living below his value of life. But fuck that, right? Because we don't care about if the kids suffer. When they come by me, they don't suffer. Yeah, they do, because now they don't have their mother. And there is a level of animosity and energy that you have towards the mother when that's your mentality, that I need to keep her from not having as much as I have. I need to keep her from getting what I have. What is the point of you having it? It is a very individualistic mindset masquerading as a family mindset.
What can you possibly do for a child that's only 5 years old, Art, with $25,000 a month? Nothing at all.
So it depends where you live, right? So what y'all seem to have a hard time with is that the woman's standard of living should be closer to your standard of living. So if you have a high standard of living and without you, she has a low standard of living, you need to be able to make up for that a little bit because she has your child. So you don't want your child to be going back and forth between being in the projects and then being in a really nice house. That creates somewhat of a trauma. Like that, something's not right about that, right? But most men, y'all are stingy and selfish, and you have babies with women woman and you're married to them, but once they're no longer in, once they no longer belong to you, once you can no longer control what they do, you don't want to have to actually provide that same lifestyle for them, even though that is still an extension of you and your status that your children's mothers will be taken care of to the level that you're accustomed to. That says you a nigga who can take care of his shit. If you're a man who can take care of his family and his life, if everybody who you are connected to when it comes to the women and the children are being taken care of to the level that you've become accustomed to, i.e. Will Smith, the way Will Smith takes care of his wife, Jada, and also the ex-wife. Her standard of living is not beneath the standard of living that he, provides himself, because you care about your child's overall life, their overall experience, how they are when they're with their mom and how they are when they're with you. You want all of that to be the best that it can be. That's not how a lot of y'all think. You really only procure the money that you procure so that you can use it to control the people around you. So if you don't want to stay with me, I'm going to nickel and dime you to make sure that you can't have the standard of living that I have. And to me, I feel like if you're that messed up in the head as it pertains, I feel like you shouldn't have kids. I feel like you shouldn't have kids. And that should let you know that those men are having those kids so that they can lock those women down. Not really so that they can have children with a woman, but so that they can lock those women down. And when it doesn't work and the women have the children and still are somehow able to be free of the man's demands, wants, and needs, he's going to try to find a way to punish her for that. And punishing her is nickel and diming her on the provision. That's all this is. And to me, it seems like you're trying to make this punishment something that is legal for you to do. And the funny part about it is everything he's talking about is already instituted. There's already a percentage. It's a percentage. It's a percentage off of what you make, sir. Why should there be a cap on a percentage of what you make?
I can think of. It's ridiculous. There needs to be a ceiling on the child support. I and my beautiful African sisters, y'all know I love y'all.
No, you don't.
But there needs to be a ceiling on child support because it is being weaponized to destroy the economic security of Black men, and I cannot support that.
That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. To me, it seems like you niggas don't have money anyway. What are you making money for if it's not to take care of your family? What is the point? To just take care of yourself? That's it? Okay, don't have kids if that's all you want to do. I really don't understand Dr. Umar and his mentality. It doesn't make any sense. You don't love them. You want them to not be able to have a comfortable life. Right. 40%. 40%. That's why you don't have children if you can't take care of them. But he's a weirdo because I feel like everything he's saying is telling me you don't really care about the Black community at all. You just want to be able to victimize it in the same way that white people victimize their attachments. That's what it seemed like to me, girl. But I could be wrong. So let's go ahead and get into the ditty of it all. So first of all, there's a new judge. Okay. Judge Andrew L. Carter Jr. has resigned, and the new judge, Judge Arun Subramanian. I'm not sure the significance of this, but girl, I guess we'll see. This specific lawyer has been showing her highly makeup face everywhere, talking about several different things. Let's hear what she's saying here.
Story that we have been covering about Sean Diddy Combs and your client who has accused him of rape and sexual assault. And this went back to 2018. Now, when you were on our show last week, you said the police were working with you on this case. You wanted to get the report. We talked about this. You said things were going.
Oh, thank you for reminding me. I'm sorry. Let's start.
I'm a savage. Whatever I want, I'm going to get. Whatever I want, I have to get.
Can't stop. Won't stop.
Sorry, y'all. Okay, so rewind. New judge. Okay, Judge Andrew L. Carter resigned. New judge Run Subramanian. All right. We don't know the significance of that. Let's see. He resigned because he wasn't about to put his family in harm's way dealing with this kind of powerful man and all his accomplices in this case. That's smart. Yeah. That's why I was saying I don't know how we can really look at this situation, but look, somebody was like, he might have been at some of them Diddy parties. Probably not. It's probably more so to protect himself and his family because people are crazy.
Story that we have been covering about Sean Diddy Combs and your client who has accused him of rape and sexual assault. And this went back to 2018. Now, when you were on our show last week, you said the police were working with you on this case. You wanted to get the report. We talked about this. You said things were going smoothly, but now it's not. So when did that change?
Last night, actually. Wow. I got an email from them, the county, not the city police, that then said I needed a subpoena to get the records, which I think we all know about Freedom of Information Act, which requires a public information be given freely. That's why it's a federal law. So I've never experienced in any situation where I have been told I needed a subpoena to get public information. I was floored. I was shocked, and it was apparent to me that some type of cover-up is going on.
Wow. I mean, when you asked them what's the problem, were they able to tell you anything more, or was it shut down, you need a subpoena?
It was, you need a subpoena, which was not what they told me initially.
Wow.
Initially, they just said all I needed to do was send a letter on my letterhead with my client's information, the date of the report, and the report number, and that they would get the information out to me within 10 days. I even inquired if they needed any money to accomplish that, because a lot of precincts, they charge like X amount of cents per page, 10 cents, 25 cents, or they'll give you a flat fee. And I was requesting body cam footage, the actual report, and any subsequent amendments to that report. And they completely shut me down. I've never experienced this in my life.
Wow. Well, what's your next move with this case? I know that you were also talking about trying to see if there was a rape kit too, right?
Yes, I did discover. I had a 4-hour conversation with my client today. We pretty much went over the fact portion, as I told you on Friday, that I was writing the complaint this week. And so we were doing the fact portion of her complaint today. And I did find out that she went to 2 different places. She went to her primary care doctor, and then she also went to the hospital. There has been some explosive things she said in reference to when the police were called at the time of the assault, immediately thereafter with the neighbor, and what transpired thereafter. And even when the police came to the hospital, because when she went to the hospital, they did call a different precinct to come in. But it's very weird and odd that no one is giving me. She even said they sent her a letter. The police sent her a letter saying that if she wanted to get her own police report, she needed a subpoena. And I've never heard anything like this. It goes against federal law. The Orinda police are in violation of federal law. And I will make sure if they want to be the next facing a lawsuit, they can be the next.
Oh, we'll let them know then. Okay. She I think she's also the lawyer that was defending the sex worker, I believe. I'm not really sure. It's been so much information. It's been really hard to keep track of everything. Of course y'all saw
to audition as well.
A 9-year-old. One of victims was only 9 when he was allegedly abused by Diddy. You know, a lot of people are trying to act like this is far-fetched. I don't think it's far-fetched. I think that I think you're an artist. And so essentially, like, you're gonna R people, and sometimes you may R the kids. You may, because it's not about sex, it's about depravity, it's about power, it's about getting what you want from people. I also feel like once you've been exposed to certain things, you know, you don't go back. And also there's a lot of that. There's a lot of the I did so much that there's a lot of I did so much that now women and men are no longer doing it for me, so I need to do other things. You know what I'm saying? It just depends. Also, as I have explained, I feel like something happened to Diddy when he was a child. So usually when people have been harmed as children, they can then harm children if they are a predator. You know what I'm saying? And Diddy's a predator. So I don't feel like it's far-fetched. I also feel like we've heard stories about Usher. We've heard stories about Justin Bieber. Nothing substantiated, but essentially he said things out of his mouth that made us question what was going on there. Not far-fetched.
It's a lie on me. That's all I'm saying.
Big Joe Sherman wants you to look at his face and
So wait, we talked about this, right? We talked about Big Joe Sherman. He was,
she's not sure.
This lady
Right, mentioned.
Hold up. Damn. Okay, hold up. Diddy maintains his regarding Thalia. Okay, I thought it was gonna show the Thalia's press conference.
It's a lie on me. That's all I'm saying.
Big Joe Sherman wants you to look at his face and listen.
I don't know this lady from anywhere.
You've never met her.
Never in my life.
He's talking about this woman, Thalia Graves, who appeared at a highly promoted news conference last week with attorney Gloria Allred.
The trauma of the assault has taken a toll on my mental health.
The attorney for Graves announcing a federal lawsuit claiming that in 2001, the then 25-year-old was drugged and bound and viciously raped in the Manhattan headquarters of Bad Boy Entertainment by music mogul Sean Diddy Combs with his bodyguard and head of security Joe Sherman.
I'm not questioning her integrity. I'm questioning her claims against me.
I'm not questioning her integrity. I'm questioning her accusations against me. That does not make any sense. That doesn't make any sense.
Head of the security, you got the wrong man. I've never seen you. I've never did anything negative with you. I've never been in the same room with you. Not only wasn't I there.
Damn, what the other one? I don't believe him. And he did, like they said, oh, he had evidence. And I was like, did he? Did he have evidence? I'm gonna let this run. Because what he showed was text messages. He showed text messages between, I'm sorry, not text messages, DMs. A user tried to message him like some years ago asking if he was Diddy's security guard. And he's basically saying that they were contacting him saying that they were trying to get money from Diddy. It was a shakedown. It was a money grab. The only thing about that is that's not what the DMs actually reflect. If you actually read the DMs, the woman is saying something happened to me and y'all should have to pay for what happened to me. I want Diddy, but if you will, testify against him, if you will substantiate what happened to me, and especially because she said, hold on, I'm gonna see if they play it.
I've never did anything negative with you. I've never been in the same room with you. Not only wasn't I there, I wasn't even in New York.
Sherman says he did security for Bad Boy Records in the 90s, but wasn't working for the company in 2001.
Here's me and Mariah Carey.
Sherman provided us with his personal album of photos with celebrity clients. He says he's protected over the years.
Me and Beyonce.
He says he did see Diddy at industry parties after Sherman left the company, but there was no relationship. Big Joe maintains he is.
So you saw him at industry parties? So you may not have been his security, but you was at parties with him. Okay.
Being set up by false accusations.
Her and whoever that she's in cahoots with
about the text.
was orchestrating a money grab, and she wanted me to be part of that money grab. It says it right in her text. She wanted to get Diddy.
Sherman showed us texts from an Instagram account starting last November. He says his team has linked to Graves. We confirmed the connection. The first text asked if Sherman was a security guard for Puffy.
She confused me because she kept saying, "Are you Big Joe?" I said.
So she asked if you were Big Joe. That doesn't mean.
You're on my Instagram.
When she asked, "Are you Big Joe?" what did that mean to you?
That means that she don't know who I am.
The text asked him to call the number and goes on.
It means that she may not be sure if it's you based on what she's seeing online. People pretend to be people online all the time. So I definitely want to make sure you're really you before I start talking about what I'm about to start talking about. Are you okay?
On to say, if you will be my witness,
like I explained before,
against Diddy, then my attorneys will leave you out of any proceedings because we have statements that you physically showed over 8 people, videos of me and you to people in the studio.
So if you are willing to give me a statement about my R against Puffy, then the attorneys won't go after you for revenge porn or distribution of a sexual act without consent. Does that sound like she's saying that he didn't do it? Does that sound like she's saying that you didn't have no parts of this? Or is she saying, I want the bigger fish in this situation? And I know you were just working for him. Even though you did it, you was just working for him. To me, this is no different. And I said it in my live yesterday. This is no different than when attorneys, I'm sorry, not attorneys, like the district attorney, if they're trying to get a big drug dealer, they will get a small drug dealer and hem him up on some charges and say, we'll let you out, or we'll, give you a deal if you turn on the bigger fish. It's no different. It's no different. It doesn't mean you didn't do what we're accusing you of. It means we know you did something. And if you don't want to be held accountable for your part in this, turn on him. That's what these DMs seem to be saying to me.
Sherman responded, I don't know what the expletive you talking about. No.
She, hold up. I wish I could rewind this. Have to deal with the repercussions and the trauma you guys leave us. This lady is basically telling him about what he did to her. And he's sitting up there talking about, I don't know what you're talking about. Did you work for Bad Boy? Did you show a video to people in the studio of Conrad's? That's why I asked you to call so I can make sure it's the right person. This lady is still giving detail, nigga. Did you show this video? They are saying that you showed this video. And let's not forget, he owns a distribution company.
The expletive you are. He was still named in the lawsuit.
Was there any video?
Not only was there never a video, I never saw the woman. I'm nothing but a scapegoat for this BS. Because I wouldn't get Puffy and lie on Sean Combs.
We reached out to Allred asking about the texts and Sherman's denial that he was involved. Her email response, the complaint speaks for itself. Our client looks forward to her day in court. Allred's lawsuit describes Sherman as being involved in a company that produces and distributes pornography.
I don't show nude women.
He says his media outlets publish urban rap magazines that often feature scantily clad women, arguing the photos are similar to ones he's posted on social media.
Am I wrong for having fun on my birthday?
It is very much giving R. Kelly.
Yes, I did all that. I'm single. You could call me that. But I never disrespected or seen this woman in my life. Come on. It's a money grab because they told you it's a money grab. And she know that what she did to me destroyed me.
Anytime somebody is raising their eyebrows and squinting at the same time, I've told y'all this before, pay attention. They probably lying.
My family destroyed my livelihood. I can't get a job.
Sherman's legal.
How you can't get a job and you own a distribution company? And also this shit just happened. What you mean you can't find a job? This just came out. You putting 20 on 10. And that's what I was thinking. Hey, Diva, you don't recognize them because she was a piece of meat. Exactly. Don't sit up. You may not. That's why I said you don't remember. You don't remember, nigga. Okay. But no, I'm sorry, y'all. That wasn't proof to me. That doesn't mean that lady was lying. No, I still feel like Joe. I saw him talking without the sound on, and I said that nigga lying. Neighbors, we reported a 46-year-old former go-go dancer is suing Sean Diddy Combs, claiming she was pimped out at his wild freak-off parties back in the early 2000s. Adria English says she was hired in 2004 to dance at Diddy's parties, where she rubbed elbows with heavy hitters in the entertainment industry. During an interview with Daily Mail, English said she was forced to engage in freak-offs that took place in private rooms separate from the main party. She says many A-list guests were in attendance, including Ja Rule, Busta Rhymes, and even Reverend Al Sharpton. She also claims that to have seen Diana Ross and her son Evan, who was underage at the time. English says Diddy was secretly recording these encounters, using them to blackmail the celebs. English didn't list who she allegedly was forced to have sex with due to ongoing lawsuits. She is suing Diddy for sex trafficking and more. Listen, unpopular opinion, what Tammy said. The man had parties that were just that, parties. Please state the difference in y'all claims. Were they at a freak off or at a party? Okay, so I guess she didn't read it because it clearly said that it was at parties that had freak offs happening off the main party. I feel like she explained it was happening at the same party, but that doesn't mean everybody knows what's going on. Like, it's no different than when girls get ard at Tammy Roman. It's no different than when girls get art at college parties, or everybody's at the party. That doesn't mean that everybody knows what's going on in one of those rooms. You know what I'm saying? They didn't say some stuff about Buster, but I don't know. I'm not going to put anything out there because I don't know anything to be true, and I haven't heard enough. I haven't seen enough. I haven't seen a pattern of behavior, so I can't really tell y'all. Okay.
Like she's not sure if.
So Diddy's former bodyguard, Big Joe, maintains his innocence regarding Thalia Graves' allegations. He also alleges that he was told that Jay Prince is involved in taking Puff down because years ago Puff slapped Drake and Drake was upset Jay Prince didn't intervene. I'm not even going to play that because I feel like this is stupid. This is stupid. Like, y'all, this is not happening because he was about to buy Disney. This is not happening because he made Jay Prince mad. This is happening because he's been abusing this system for a long ass time with reckless abandon. And whoever was protecting him either is no longer in that position or felt like he was doing too much and he needs to reap what he sowed. What y'all don't seem to understand is he still did the shit.
If you don't mind me asking, because I know the topic is sensitive, what happened to Usher?
I heard about some music executive from the industry back in Harlem. I heard it from some music executives back in Harlem. And I'm not going to speak on their name. They doing programs and everything like that. And they may be doing something. They may speak on it themselves. But I heard it from some music executives.
What did you hear?
Bro, you know how people be talking and we was around some people, something like that. And then some people might say, yo, I don't F with that dude. And at the time, I didn't even know who the F Usher was. You know what I'm saying?
So wait, it's not common. I'm sorry, y'all. To me, it is common sense that Diddy would have parties, and that's why there's literally a song that R. Kelly came out. After the party, it's the after party. Jay-Z too. After the party, it's the hotel lobby, and after the party, then it's probably this, and after the original, after it's Belvy and Chris, and after the original, probably this. Y'all remember that fiesta. That is saying that there's a main party that everybody's going to. There's another party that's going on after that, and then there's the party that's going on after that. And that's the party that might last for days. It doesn't mean that every single person that attended a party was at a freak off. I think that will go without saying.
It was one of those type of situations. And when probably say, yo, man, I don't F with them niggas, man. I'm getting out that industry and everything like that. Puff sent this little kid to the hospital. How he sent her to the hospital? Man, nigga was bleeding from the butt. And that's what was said. But I didn't even have a name for the kid at the time. Then you heard, and that's what happened. So, and just to hear this and this new thing where they saying that they got kids coming forward and said that he did that, man, that shit is crazy. And like I just said, that's just something that I heard.
If you don't mind me.
So in every post, you're going to see somebody doing this shit. No update on Garth Brooks. Girl, what update do you want? He's being sued, bitch. What kind of update do you want? It was one woman that came out. What else? Diddy been doing this shit for 30 years to multiple people. Maybe give it some time, girl. But y'all acting like we're not supposed to talk about Diddy because there are other people. Girl, shut up. Shut up. And Gene ain't saying shit that we ain't already heard about Usher. He ain't saying shit we ain't already heard. The fuck is wrong with y'all? Oh my God.
If you don't,
Yo, why is Moniece always in the comments saying some ignorant shit? She make my head hurt, bro. Oh my God. I saw this shit too.
We are following new developments in the case of the hip hop mogul who is facing RICO charges in New York. Sean P. Diddy Combs. Court TV has just confirmed that the family of Tupac Shakur is investigating a potential link between the murder of Tupac and Sean Diddy Combs. This coming from attorney Alex Spiro, who represents Tupac's family. Now, this investigation had been previously reported by unnamed sources, but earlier today, Spiro confirmed to our Court TV team that he and a team of investigators has been hired.
Sean Combs allegedly had business dealings with Dwayne Keefe D. Davis, who will go on trial next March for the murder of Tupac. This was back in 1996. Some have speculated that Diddy ordered Tupac's death. That, of course, is just a theory at this point, and we are monitoring the developments in both the Tupac murder trial and the federal indictment of Sean Diddy Combs. So a lot of information to come on that one.
Oh, Lord, y'all, I'm exhausted with all of this. I tell you, I'm so tired. It's so much going on. Can y'all give us a break, a rest? Oh, Lord have mercy. What else? Let me see. I think that's basically it, girl. I think that's all. It's 2.5 hours. I think we did a nice little live. It was a Saturday. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I'm hungry as fuck. What's going on? Okay, listen. I think that's all I got for y'all. I'm about to go watch Jennifer's Body. I think I might wait for Lyric to come home to watch it, but I'm definitely about to go back down that TikTok rabbit hole for the boy mom TikTok and shit. And I'm gonna look up that podcast Killer Psych that somebody mentioned in the comments. I'm gonna do that. But yeah, that was everything that was on my list. I hope y'all enjoyed it because I enjoyed y'all. I appreciate y'all. Please keep coming back, liking, subscribing, and I'm venturing, girl. Y'all are gonna always be getting something. So follow me somewhere, girl. All right. I love y'all, and y'all have a good day. I hope Diva didn't put something up for me to watch, because girl, Erica.